everyone, Neve here, and today I am doing the last video of 2022, and I was just too excited to do this one, to wait on this one. So I got the Star Trek Tarot for Christmas, and this was for my husband. I'm really excited about it. It's probably my favorite gift, but I mean, Christmas was a couple days ago, but we still have a holiday party that we're going to, so there's still going to be more things that myself and my husband and my kids are getting, but as of right now, my favorite gift so far is this Star Trek Tarot, and this is the independent version. I know there's the Star Trek The Next Generation that was done by, I want to say Inside Editions, the one that does a lot of the fandom type decks, and a lot of people were really disappointed in that one, and I don't know, I still might get it because TNG was my favorite Star Trek. I am a massive Trekkie, but I still might get it, but it, you know, a lot of people complain about that one because, you know, the lazy pips, things like that, and I don't know. I still might get it, but this one I definitely really like. Now it is based on the original series. I'll just show the box that it came in here. Both the book and the box with the deck were inside this box. So, I mean, I'm going to keep this box, but I'm not going to store this in this box. Yeah, so this is the original series, which I do very much enjoy. You know, it is a product of its time, though, so it does have its issues. But the person who created this, which was Mark Adam Baum, I just saw his name here. He created this. He got a license for it, so it is a licensed deck, so that's great. And each of the pips are scenes from the show, and I love this. And he did such a good job with this. Yeah, and it wasn't done lazily. He obviously knows a lot about tarot and a lot about Star Trek, clearly. So it was just a really good marriage of the two, you know, the Star Trek and tarot. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. The book is really good. This whole first section, I mean, I haven't read this. Card Trek, that's cute. So Card Trek, I think that's the official, is that the official name of this? Card Trek? I don't know. So from the Triumphi to the 23rd century, awesome. A tutorial companion to the Star Trek Tarot. So it is called the Star Trek Tarot. Okay. So acknowledgements, dedications, contents. Let's check that out. I don't know if you can see this. Hold on. Let me see if I can focus. Is that focusing? I hope so. So there's the content, so you can kind of see what to expect. So it has like the tarot origins, this whole section here, 10 pages here of, and plus, because the 12th page is here. So 10 to 12 pages of just kind of the history of tarot. Then down here we have tarot card games like French tarot variations, other tarot card games. That's really cool. That goes to page 19, I guess, because 20 starts here. So reinterpretations. So there's like this whole first section is like a whole history on tarot, which is really cool. So this whole section here, which is at least 10 pages, and then example spreads. Now, I will say there isn't really any Star Trek specific spreads in here, and I was really hoping there would be. I was looking through, and it seems like pretty typical spreads, like 1-card spreads, 3-card spreads, other 3-card spreads, clarifying cards, 5-card spreads, and larger spreads that includes like the Celtic Cross, I think, is in there as well. So yeah, I would have really liked to see some like Star Trek specific spreads, but maybe I'll come up with some on my own. So, and then the next section here is the interpretations of the Star Trek Tarot itself. And the first section here talks about deck design, tarot association symbols, because each card has a lot of different symbols on it, which is super cool. And then the Star Trek symbols and data. Yeah, so, and then there are 2 extra cards, which I didn't notice before. I just reorganized the deck because I have been using it, and I didn't even notice that there were 2 extra cards in it, so I hadn't pulled those yet. But yes, there are 2 extra cards. So yeah, there we go, and then the appendix. So I do want to do a quick little flip through. Here's the whole history section, which is really neat. I mean, this, so much thought went into this deck. And I completely see why this has been preferred over the TNG deck that's mass market. I still might get it though. And see, here is the example spreads. I didn't see any specific like Star Trek spreads though. Oh man, I'm kind of excited to come up with some. Yeah, this is really neat. So yeah, some pretty like different types of spreads you might be able to do. The Celtic Cross spread, warps. Oh, here we go. Here, warp spread. The warp spread. That's cool. Okay, we've got one. We've got a Star Trek spread here. So that's really cool. So the warp spread, past, present, future, action, attitudes, obstacles, outcome. So okay, so it kind of makes me think of like a warp bubble in Star Trek, because that's how they're able to attain faster than light travel. You know, there's a warp bubble that's around the ship. Okay, I'm getting into a different topic here. So that's how I'm seeing this here. It kind of looks like the warp bubble. So there is a Star Trek spread. Awesome. All right, so here's into the Star Trek section. And there's so much written about each card. Here's the 2 extra cards, the alien cards, the aliens and the alien. I'm not going to go through each page. So yeah, and each image on the card is a scene from each show, from a show in the series. Yeah, super awesome. I really enjoyed this. Okay, and then there's the appendix here at the end. Very, very cool. All right, so let's get into the cards. Okay, I had to pause that for a second because it's so cold in this room. I had to stop and put my hands in front of the little space heater I have right behind me. Oh, so cold. All right, so let's look at the backs. Very cool, very simple. Not much to it. Nice blue line around it. The cards themselves, it's pretty standard tarot size, looks like. I don't have an extra card here to compare it to, but it looks like a standard tarot size. The thickness, it's on the thinner side, but I like that. I don't like really thick tarot cards because it's very difficult for me to shuffle. It's got a nice bend to it, so it does bridge nicely, so I'm happy with it. But it's not too thin. It's not like some of that older Llewellyn or Los Scarabeo decks that had like almost nearly paper thin cards. This is not that thin. It's of very good quality, so I'm happy with the thickness, and here we can see like all together it's really not that bad. I have very small hands, and I'm able to shuffle these very well. All right, so let me lay this down and I'll see if I can zoom in. All right. Okay, so we have the Fool, and so let's look at the card itself here. So we've got the name of the card right here, and then right here, I'm not sure if we can see. Let me actually get real close here. So this says Folly upside down, I think. Yes, and Curiosity. So those must be keywords. Let me look at the next one here. Does this say some keywords on it? So, oh, I see. It's if you read reversals. Okay, I got it. If you read reversals, there's a keyword there and an upright keyword here. Now, I don't read reversals, so I probably won't even notice it. I'm glad it's grayed out a bit because I don't personally, I don't like, it depends on the deck, but in general, I don't read reversals. So that's pretty cool, though, if you do. And then other symbols on here, there's, let me see if I can get real close here. So there's some planetary symbols in here, and I'm not sure if these are all magical symbols or if some of them have to do with the show. I'll have to look in the book, but that's really cool. And then down here, we've got the star date, and I think these are more Star Trek related information, and of course the name of the episode here, Star Trek Tarot. And you know what? I see that it's, there's a signature here, and there's a copyright on the side. I'm not sure if you can see copyright right there, but But these are pretty unintrusive because in general, I don't really like it when tarot cards have the copyright on every single card. It's just a little annoying. And this actually has 3 different things. It's got the signature, probably of the art, the name of the deck, and some copyright. But these 2 here are pretty light, and you can hardly see it. So I don't mind it. So yeah, and then 0 up here for the Fool. And this is a symbol, the Enterprise here for the Major Arcana. All right, so then we've gone over we've gone over the symbols here. All right, and see, this one has a different color here because the other one was white and this one is yellow. All right, so I'm definitely going to have to look through the book to see the meanings here. So this is the Magician. The episode is Cat's Paw. I didn't read the episode to this is The Way to Eden. So High Priestess. For the World is Hollow, and I Have Touched the Sky is the episode. Excellent. And I think this is the episode number. I think that's what that is, that number here. And then the star date, and I'm not sure about that one. I'll have to look it up. All right. So Empress is Friday's Child. Very nice. Emperor is Who Mourns for Adonis. Yeah. Adonais. The Return of the Archons. Yep. For the Hierophant. So that was Emperor, Hierophant. The Lovers, of course, this episode. The Paradise Syndrome. The Chariot is the Tholian Web. Strength is A Private Little War. The Hermit is Requiem for Methuselah. Making sure I'm still in frame here. Wheel of Fortune is The City on the Edge of Forever, of course. Justice is Court Martial. That makes sense, of course. The Hanged Man, this is great, is This Side of Paradise, but that's awesome. I like that. Death is Metamorphosis. Temperance is there in truth no beauty? I like this card for Temperance. That makes a lot of sense to have Spock here. All right, the Devil is the Devil in the Dark, of course. The Tower is the Doomsday Machine. See, I feel like so much thought went into this. These all make sense. The Star is Return to Tomorrow. The Moon is the Menagerie, and of course, this is an excellent image for the moon. Perfect. The Sun is the Cloud Minders. Interesting. And so there's not a sun here, but they're looking into kind of the gods that were up here, essentially. Cool. It could almost work for Judgment, in a way. But here's Judgment, is Spectre of the Gun. So I'll definitely have to look into, because I don't know that I remember this one. But it's been a very long time since I saw the original series. I mean, I've seen it several times, but like I said, I am a big Trekkie, but the original series I haven't seen in a while. So, and if this creator comes out with, is able to get licensing for the other series in Star Trek, I would definitely buy them. All right, so there is the World is the Apple. All right, and here are the 2 extra cards here. I'm going to get these side by side. We have the Aliens and the Alien. All right, so this one represents surprise, and this one represents scrutiny. And, of course, I remember that. And they're both from The Cage, which is the very first episode, I believe. I think it's the pilot episode. Yeah, this is really neat. So scrutiny and fear, it looks like it's the reverse word, and surprise and wonder is the reverse word here. All right, awesome. All right, so now we are in the rods. So they call these rods, cups, blades, and coins. And I will say the only thing I dislike is that I do wish this creator had switched the colors for the coins and the blades. I just think of green to represent earth, which I associate with the coins or pentacles, and yellow with air, which I associate with the blades or swords. But that's just a personal preference. You could also imagine this as gold for coins, so that's one way of thinking about it there. So I'm gonna speed up, and I'm just gonna go through this kind of fast, okay? All right, so that is all of them. I really like that 10 of coins, the trouble with tribbles. You know, it's such a positive card, and I often call this the kind of the family tree card, and that's because I'm a genealogist, so I think of this in the generational or legacy type meaning. But you could also read this because they have the keyword of abundance here. It makes a lot of sense with the tribbles, and they procreate like crazy, which also sort of fits in with that family tree element there. Lots of fertility going on, and the negative might be over encumbered by all these all the abundance. So that's, you know, it gives such a like a good negative reading of the card. You know, especially for a card that's generally quite positive. But anyway, so let's go ahead and shuffle this a couple times, and I want to see if maybe we can do that warp spread, the warp bubble spread. Oh, hold on just a second. There we go. I had a candle going and it was starting to sputter a bit. I had to put it out. All right, so making sure this was correct. I don't want to accidentally shuffle in reversals. So there we go. I shuffled that very cleanly there. Now there is, I am getting a slight bow in this. It came with a slight bow actually. And one way you can do that is just flip it around and turn it the other way, and shuffle a few times the other way. That'll help get rid of the bow and not bridge. So shuffle it that way a few times, and it's already the bow is lessened. And that is because this is a little bit thinner. It's not like super thick cardstock, but I mean, honestly, I prefer that. If you're always an overhand shuffler, then maybe you might prefer thicker cardstock. I do both, but I prefer riffle shuffling. Whoa, see, and this is exactly why I'm not very good at overhand shuffling. It just goes everywhere for me. Let me turn it this way. There we go. All right, so I want to do that warp spread real quick. So let's... Now, it'll basically be a reading for the collective. We'll see how it goes. All right, so where was that warp spread? I think it was after all the information, the spreads. Warp spread. Okay, so past, present, future, action, attitudes, obstacles, outcomes. So it's a 7-card spread. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm not going to do too much of a reading into it. It's really going to be kind of quick. All right, so past, present, future. I'm going to do a couple more overhand shuffles here. And so, past. Ooh. Present. I'm going to have to zoom this out. There we go. Past, present. Future. Yeah, so it kind of goes like this and then like this. I'm going to move it down a bit so that we can see it. Past, present, future. So, action. Right there. Attitudes. Obstacles. That. And then the outcome. Outcome right in the center. All right, 7 of rods. Interesting. All right. So, I mean, I'm going to take a quick little snapshot of this. There we go. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not going to really go deep into this. So, past 2 of blades, so a decision was made. We see Spock trying to choose between 2 crewmen, whom gods destroy is the episode there. So that makes sense. So and the key word here is compromise. So there was some sort of compromise made in the past that's affecting the present, which is the Knight of Coins. So really scrutiny. I mean, you know, we had to compromise and make a choice, and now we have to scrutinize what you know, what to do from there. Future, we have the Queen of Coins, so trust. So that's the keyword here. Interesting. So we have trust here. I'm not sure that that is the keyword I would usually put for the Queen of Coins, but all right. I mean, I'll work with it here. So we're over scrutinizing our choice. And the Queen of Cups in the future is saying to trust in that choice and to just trust where things are going. So then this was action. We got rods, great card for an action card here. And it's the Ace of Rods. So some real quick action. And I want to see real quick what it says for the Ace of Rods. So I think, and this is cool. Each of the pages here, I'm not sure if you can see here, is color coded. So we'll find rods, which is red. Ace of Rods. Let's see what the book says. Rods represent energy in its many forms, including action, creativity, desire, passion, spirituality. It is the suit of ambition, drive, enterprise, initiative, and risk-taking. Excellent. And then it goes into how the episode might connect to that meaning. So that's really cool. And we've got the Gorn here for arena. And power. So really make a powerful, whatever action you're going to take, make it an action worth something. And so then the next card was, what was the meaning of the next card, or the, yes. I'm just finding it again. I'm going to have to put a sticky or something on some of these pages so I don't keep losing what page I'm on. All right, so attitudes. Okay, so I was connecting, as soon as I saw the Wheel of Fortune, that really made sense for how I interpreted the Queen of Coins here. Because it said trust, I was sort of thinking of it like, let things go as they go. You've made your decision, don't over scrutinize it. And here we kind of see that same sort of energy with the Wheel of Fortune. Now, this keyword is opportunity, but I kind of see this, and it is an opportunity, but I'm really connecting it with the Queen of Coins and trusting the fate, trusting how things are going. You've made a hard action here, a powerful choice or a powerful action, and now we just got to let things go. I could connect the keyword opportunity to that, but I see the Wheel of Fortune as kind of letting things go as they go. Yeah. So, and then obstacles, we have the Three of Coins. I wonder if there's too many voices here, because this is a card that I usually associate with teamwork. Hopefully I'm in frame. I can't quite tell. This says achievement. Interesting keyword for this. But we have three different, what looks like brains, maybe. So we've got three different brains working here, and maybe there's the obstacle here is just too many options, too many cooks in the kitchen, things like that. And that's how I'm reading that. And now, so the final card is outcome, and we have the Seven of Rods, which is defense is the key word here. And that's how I would read this in a positive sense. Defense, defending the choice. So the outcome is that you will have that whatever's going on is something you're going to have to defend. And probably because there are many different ideas going on right now, that too many cooks in the kitchen sort of situation. So the outcome is needing to defend your position and your idea and your choice, and using that power. All right, so that was a quick reading using the Star Trek Tarot. I love this. Yeah, I really, really like this deck a lot. And I really hope that Adam Baum comes up with is able to get licensing for the other Star Treks. That would be awesome. Or, you know, we could get a Stargate deck. That would be super cool too. Yeah, I thought this was fantastic. I really, really like this deck. I'm going to leave it like this with the Gorn right there in the top. All right, so, oh, and before I exit out, I just want to say that I already figured out what fabric I'm going to get for the bag for this. I'm not going to use the big box that it came in, but I will make a bag big enough to hold the book and the deck and box. And I found some fabric I really, really like, and let me see if, like, if have time in editing, I'll put up some pictures of some swatches of the fabric that I picked out. Anyway, so, and then I will share the finished bag later on. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Happy New Year. See you guys later. Bye.